we're dull in hearing. Elder Lance will stand up there and say, you need to be renewed in the spirit of your mind and your spirit. Don't be dull in hearing. Lord have mercy. We try to speak life into folk all the time, right? This should be speaking life into you. How are you going to change next year? Be renewed in the spirit of your mind and your spirit, right? Have a fresh mental and spiritual attitude. That means your outlook should change. Your appetites will change. Your inclinations, your expectations, your behaviors, y'all, is going to change.
I want to say something about this dull of hearing, because the scripture is not saying you dull of hearing with your natural ears. What it's saying is you're dull of hearing of what the Spirit is trying to convey to you through your teacher. So part of that dull of hearing is because you are a babe, you become argumentative and form your own opinions about certain scriptures. And so now what happens is, since you have your own opinion, you become so argumentative, and then you start to proclaim that God is showing you a different way, or God is speaking to you a different way, but you are not the teacher. So what you ought to do is try to hear what God is trying to convey to you through the teacher. See, because, and then check your spirit. Because when you cannot hear what the established teacher is trying to teach you, then you are of another spirit. It's not the Spirit of God working. It's a contrary spirit that has come into the house of God. It's a disruptive spirit. And now it causes you to operate out of the spirit of offense, because now you are hurt because nobody agrees with your viewpoint. And we need to be careful of that, because as a pastor, as a teacher, I see this a lot. I've had many people come to me say, you know what, I don't see it this way. And I've had to try to navigate these waters and say, hey, maybe you don't, but this is what God has showed me on how to teach this. And you know, and I have to tell them, I'm not saying that your opinion is wrong, but I can only say what God has told me to say.
That's right. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yep.
But I've lost people because, well, I think you're wrong. But when God shows a teacher a certain way to teach, you can't go back on God because somebody else has a different opinion. See, and that's because you are dull of hearing, because there's something has dulled your spiritual senses, so that you cannot hear what the Spirit is saying to the church. And when there's a teacher up there, you have to understand that they can only teach because the established order of the house has put them up to be the teacher, whether you like them or not. They're only up there because the Spirit of God got them there. And so when you come against the one who's up there, I don't care who it is. If I put mother up there to teach, she's up there to teach because the established order has put her up there to teach. And so when you come against mother, you are now coming against the spirit that God has put in the house to teach.
Each mother.
That's right. That's right.
And so every action that you got, staying away, not coming. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like it. You are dull of hearing and of another spirit.
That is a